The Fantastic Four First Steps official trailer has dropped on the internet and it has blown everything away. We're going to talk about that right here. Also, we're going to talk about the behind the scenes footage of the new Superman for the DCU. Let's not forget Thunderbolts is right around the corner, and all of that is going to be discussed in Comic Book Scoreboard. We've also got Wes and Tim's Gallery, Long Box Showcase, trivia, and this week in comic book history, 1984. Stick around for Comic Evolution. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Comic Evolution. My name is Tim. This beautiful man over here is Wes. And boy, oh boy, do we have an amazing episode for you tonight. First and foremost, thank you for being here. If you like this type of content, right here on YouTube is the only place you can find us right now. Please make sure to hit the like, share, subscribe, and or follow so you don't miss content like this all the time, every time. Let's get right into this, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to go ahead and do the long box showcase, and we're going to talk about all the books that we got since the last episode. All right, Wes, if you don't mind, I'd like to go first this week.
Please do, please do.
All right.
Looking forward to seeing this.
Yeah, so I got some new stuff, and
Cool.
I want to show that. It brought a tear to my eye how beautiful all three of these covers are. But let me show these things to you. Usually here I show you the back issues and stuff that I find,
Right.
but I want to show you some of the new stuff. And Wes, one of these in particular is just for you.
Ooh.
So this right here, this one isn't, but it's gorgeous nonetheless. This is Todd Newyak or Tom Newyak, I believe. Either way, he did that right there. And I got him to sign it. And this is the iconic variant edition covers, Todd Newyak, that he is doing. This is Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider number 11. I will let it speak for itself.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Absolutely fantastic. Gorgeous cover. I've got the other iconic one that he did of Bullseye, and I have that signed by
I remember
him.
that. Yep.
Yeah. So if he ever comes around to Knoxville again, I'm going to get him to sign this one.
Heck yeah.
Going with DC for a minute, let's go to Justice League Unlimited number 5. This is the Zerdsea variant. I think this is variant number 4, so the D variant. But take a look at this.
Oh man, I love that old school. It's like it's got that vintage look.
Absolutely,
right?
That old 40s or 50s.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
very
super cool. I dig the heck out of this.
Me
and
too.
2 of my favorite DC characters too. So,
okay,
and we'll be talking about her later on this episode too.
All right.
This one, however, Wes, is for you. This is the second print of the facsimile that came out this year. This is a beautiful Alex Ross.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, you know what's coming. So,
yeah, I mean, yeah. What can you say about that? That's fantastic. It is
not to put too fine a point on it. That is glorious.
You can't go wrong with Alex Ross anyways, but that's just yeah.
The way he did, I mean, granted, the original cover from the 60s is iconic, but he made this look like
yeah, that book will in its original form would be my absolute grail. Honestly, I would want a Fantastic Four number 1 before I would want an AF-15. I really would.
I hear that. Well, I'm kind of there. Partially.
Yeah.
That's what I got this week for the long box showcase.
Cool.
Wes, what do you got?
Well, I made a trade, and I'll be doing a video on that trade, so it'll be dropping pretty soon as well. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what I got on that trade. To see the rest of it, you guys are going to have to watch the video that drops. But these are pretty cool. I've wanted these for a while. And I worked on this trade with a buddy of mine named Trevor for, God, it had to be a month because we live so far apart. The first book I got was this right here.
Oh, my God.
ASM 361 signed by Bagley and Emberlin and in a 9/8. And I am just floored with, I'm just in love with it. So I'm very happy to own this.
That is the pure yellow label too, not the
Yes,
authentication, not
this
the
is this
JSA
ex
authenticated.
yep, mhm. This is the signature series, so this is the
Wow.
witnessed signatures, so
Yeah.
very cool, very cool. So, very happy with that. This is the one that kinda sparked the trade in the first place, so I'm gonna show you
Yeah.
this one. Very proud of this book here. Yeah,
Oh my God.
Malibu Sun everybody knows this book, right? So,
Right?
9.2, so it's not the best grade, but, 9.2 is nothing to shake your, finger at all, so, um,
No. Do you want to give people a roundabout estimate of what a 9.2 is worth?
I think it's in the 550 range, if I had to
Yeah.
guess. I think it's somewhere in that general range, and I think that other book's probably pretty close. Well, not quite
Mm,
that much, but probably in the but this one here, I would say it's in the 5 or 550 range, I believe.
that's a
I
big
could be
boy
a
book
little
right
off.
there.
I could be a little off.
Yeah.
Now I traded some good stuff, Tim. I traded, well, again, you'll see the video, so I'm not gonna spoil it, but I traded,
I
quite a
can't
few
wait.
keys, quite a few books for it,
No.
a lot. So, but yeah, no, I'm very happy to add those to my collection. I couldn't be more excited about it. And yeah, so that's what I got this week.
That is going to be fantastic. Ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, stick around for that coming up in the very near future.
Hmm.
Absolutely wonderful. But, Wes, what do you say we go ahead and throw some darts at the comic book scoreboard? How about that?
Let's do it.
All right, fantastic. Wes, I'm going to let you go ahead and start us off here. And we are going to go ahead and do trending right now. And you picked something pretty awesome.
Yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man #1. I mean, this is not a very old book. I think it's what, last year. I mean, early. I mean, not
Early
even a year. Not even.
2024.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not even a year ago. I don't believe, or maybe about a
Yeah.
year now. But it's the first appearance of Richard Parker, and there's been a 343% increase in copies sold this week. Well, last week, but yeah, this
Yeah.
week, versus the previous week. So that's saying something. I'm not exactly sure the reason why, but it definitely is popping there. So if you're able to get one of these a little bit cheap, or if you're able to find a
Yeah.
raw copy, get going.
Well, and that's
Um,
hard to do too because like raw prices have stayed pretty steady.
Yeah, and that's the good news, right? So,
Yeah.
you can get a low grade copy for $5, a mid grade copy for about 15. The
Yeah.
high grade copies have gone as much as $70, but I'm not seeing that really translate when I go look at eBay solds. Now,
Yeah.
if you're talking about a 9.8, you're gonna get, 100 to $150 value.
Yeah.
But if you're getting a 9.8 candidate, I mean, I still think you can get one for around $30 for a 9.8
Uh,
candidate.
yeah, probably, but
It's a
like
little
going
low, but I think you could luck out and get them for 30 or 40 at
yeah.
most, but yeah.
Well, I mean, going back to why this is trending, this book has been nothing but heat since
Yeah,
the day it hit shelves, and it has not slowed down. Hickman
mhm,
is doing fantastic on the run.
right,
The artwork, the inks and the colors, really make this book come to life. It is absolutely amazing,
mhm,
and they're this sells out more than the main amazing title on a monthly basis.
right,
Yeah,
right,
bar hands down, this is the top selling Spider-Man book out there right now.
mhm,
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. So, yeah, once again, ladies and gentlemen, all the price information is going to be down below. This is definitely a book that I think you should move if it's something you don't want to keep in your collection. This is always going to be a hot book. It's not cooling down anytime soon. So, if you have the opportunity to make a little cheddar, go ahead and do that. Right? But, let's go on to your next book, Wes, and this has to do with a movie that's coming out
that's right.
next month. So,
Well, we've got Avengers #43. That's the first Red Guardian, right? So there's been a
yeah.
200% increase in sales this last week.
I wonder
Um,
why.
well, yeah, I mean, Marvel trademarked him back in, like, 2021 or 2022 or something,
Yeah.
but, and then he appeared in the Black Widow movie, which I loved.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it. I loved it. But anyways, he's going to be having a reappearance in the new Thunderbolts movie, which is really
Nice.
exciting. The trailers look great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good. But yeah, that's the reason for the increase, I'm sure. You can get a low grade copy for about $30.
Yeah.
Mid grades are an $80 to $90 range, and a high grade you're going to spend. If you want high grade, you're going to spend upwards to $300-$400 for a really high grade.
Yeah.
So if you've been on the fence, and I know I always say that, if you're on the fence, I'd grab it now
Yep.
before it gets stupid, right? So
Yeah.
um,
100%. Now's the
yeah.
time.
I've actually got a couple that I'm watching on eBay right now. Not because of that, but just because
Yeah.
it's a cool key to have.
We'll see. And the good thing is like with all the chatter I'm hearing online through the TikToks and the Instagrams and things
Mhm.
like that, everybody is saying that early word about this movie is that it is going to be one of Marvel's
I think
best.
it's gonna be really good. I
I
really do.
think so
I
too.
really I know it's hard to glean a good opinion off of a trailer.
Yeah.
Sometimes they play the best parts in the trailer, and then you go see the
Yeah.
movie, you're like, "Oh, I don't think they've done this with
No,
this
they
particular."
built up a lot of hype.
I think they've just given you enough to go,
Yeah.
"Okay, I think
Yeah.
there's something here," and I do believe that. So,
I agree.
yep,
100%, 110%. I'm excited for it.
me too.
I know you and I are going to go see it together at some point before
Let's
it
do it.
leaves theaters.
100%.
Yeah, yeah, and we'll definitely talk about it here.
We can share a Buckwheat
Um,
popcorn.
there you go. We'll
Yeah.
put one
Maybe reach
straw
in at the
in.
same time and no.
That'd be fantastic. It'd be like a springtime romance,
That's
ladies
right.
and gentlemen. All right, moving right along. Let's go ahead and check out some DC trending right now. And this book here
God, I
is
love that
the.
cover.
It's such
That's
a
a great
gorgeous
cover.
cover. Yeah, this is the first full appearance of the White Rabbit for the, DC Comics.
Yeah,
She is going to be a villain in Peacemaker season 2.
that's
So
awesome.
this book is hitting the trending spot right now. Thankfully, this is an attainable book. It's under $20 at high grade raw, so you're looking at $15 roundabout for something like this. Mid grades and low grades, I mean, any copy is better than no copy, but if you got the $20 to spare and you don't want to eat McDonald's that day, go get this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely do that. And that
Mhm.
beautiful David Finch artwork right there is absolutely fantastic too.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. So, and then this one, I think this goes without saying. We've talked about this before. This
Mhm.
is still trending. Secret Wars #1. The reason for this is because it is the first or it's the incursion of the main 616 universe and the Ultimates universe. The first incursion, we talked about that last episode, occurs in New Avengers #33. But like I've been saying, my son and I were talking about this earlier today in the car. Time runs out, the storyline for that, and Secret Wars is must reads before we get to Avengers Doomsday because it's all going to follow along with that. And if you want some extra reading too, dive into Avengers vs. X-Men
Do
because
I
we're
see a
definitely going to be seeing that too.
go-go gadget arm coming out of Iron Man? Is that Iron Man?
That is, I no, that might be
No, that's
Machine Man.
yeah, that's not Iron. Oh, okay, Michelle. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
sorry, I need my glasses. Okay, gotcha.
that's fair. It could be Iron Man too. I don't
It's
know.
not.
It's very tiny, but
Yeah.
either way, yeah. Either way, fantastic book. Right now, prices you're looking at $5, super attainable. But now is the time to get it because the closer we get to Doomsday, the closer we get to Secret Wars, this book is just gonna go. So get it while you can. $5 right now, CGC 9.8s. That price is going to be down below, but I imagine it's between the 50 and 120 mark.
That seems
All
fair.
right. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to our spotlights this week. And Wes, please carry that torch right along and start us off with this too.
ASM 129. Again, everybody knows that book, First Punisher. Okay. First Jackal as well.
Yeah. Nobody cares
So
about him though.
no. Yeah. Who? An 8.0 recently sold for 2,369 versus the
Golly.
average of about 1,800. So that's a $400 increase, a
Yeah.
31% increase. Um, and the higher grades, interestingly enough, the higher grades kind of stayed steady. So I don't know what's going on, but either way, there's some trending stuff going on with that. Daredevil, Born Again show, and Frank's future prospects in the
Yeah.
MCU is something that's probably driving some of this.
Yeah.
Once again, the Daredevil show, there's, I know we mentioned this about every show that we're on here, but it's the truth, and that's just what's going
It's a
on.
good
So,
show.
oh,
And
it's fantastic. I'm one, I think 2 episodes behind, 1 or 2.
wow.
But yeah, so and this hotkey is just getting hotter and hotter, and then
Right.
it
And those lower priced ones are starting to move. They're starting to
yeah,
get
you can get a
going.
low
Yeah.
grade copy for around 200. That's a low grade. And your mids are going to be in the eights, and your high grades are going to go beyond 2K, 2000,
Yeah.
and that's raw. So, um,
Boy.
so just buyer beware. But at the same time, it's a fantastic key to have in your collection. But I mean,
Yeah. This is some
it's not obtainable for everybody, and myself
no.
included. Right now, I mean, it would need to be some kind of massive trade for me to get
Yeah.
that. So
But this is something we've talked about too. These are those type of legacy books that are really good investment
they
books
will
for your
always hold
collection.
value. Yep.
Yeah, these will never depreciate, and
Yep.
if they do, it's so small that they
Yeah.
recover pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of another rising key, well, like this is a master key, right? This is a rising key. I think underrated
I do
sometimes,
too. I do too. He's my least favorite Green Lantern, but
as is
he,
mine.
he's first guy Gardner, right? Kind of a
Yeah.
jerk. But so a 6.0 just recently sold for 450
Hmm.
versus the average of around 300. So that's an increase of 46%. An
Yeah.
8.0 sold for 625 versus 584, an increase
Wow.
of 5 or 7%. Not a big deal there. But the mid grade copies, the ones that are actually obtainable, they're the ones that are actually starting to increase in price, interestingly enough.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird how that's working, but I think it's people want the book, but they're not willing to spend that top dollar
Right.
because it's such a is it a major key? One could argue it is.
Yeah.
But I also think that, those higher grade, it's almost like, yeah, it's a major key sort of. But am I gonna spend $1,000 for a
No.
9.3? No, or 9.4? No, I'm not gonna do
No.
that. So we're aiming for the 4.0s and the 6.0s, and at least they're
Yeah,
more
but I'll
reasonably
spend
priced.
$200 for a 5.0 or a 6.0.
Right. So, and I
Yeah.
think that's smart, and that's probably what
Yeah.
I would do as well, because I don't need the highest grade stuff. I mean, heck,
No.
that one right there is a 2.0 sitting right behind me. So,
Right.
I don't need the highest grade stuff. Okay, so obviously this is coming from the new Superman movie that's coming out. We all saw him in the trailer, which
Yeah.
is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that they're introducing these lesser known, lesser used, underutilized characters. So that's really neat.
Yes.
So that's really cool. So I'm looking forward to that too. So I would
Yeah.
say the movie obviously is driving the price increases here and the
Yeah.
popularity.
Oh, yeah.
Now, people are wondering who is this guy, and they're going to go find out.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
I think that this is one of those lower end big boy purchases that is still within the realm of attainability, right? Like if you're going to spend a couple $100 on a book, graded or ungraded, this would be a really good
I
one to
think so.
do. It's a great key to have in your collection. He is an established character,
Yep,
a major minor character, right? A great supporting character, and having something like this definitely evolves your collection.
I agree completely.
Yeah. All right. Moving right along, we're going to stay into DC, ladies and gentlemen. And we all know why this is on the spotlight again. I think it was in trending the week before, and now we've got it in spotlight. First appearance of Lobo, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Momoa has finished his filming on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
Wow.
If you've seen it, there are. Bootleg shots of Jason
Yeah,
Momoa as Lobo, and you see the motorcycle and things like that too. And just from the grainy above drone shots, it looks pretty cool. Not gonna
yeah,
lie.
it does.
Yeah. So I'm excited for this. Let's see here. Lobo right now, highs are at $100. Mid grades, you're looking at between 30 and 50. Lows, you're looking at tens. Honestly, I'd run towards the mid to low high grades kind of thing. Go for about $50 to $70 for a book like this. He's popular, it's established. Yeah, it's a great book to have.
Hmm.
And yeah, super awesome. And then this one, we haven't had this on the spotlight before, and I'd like to bring some attention to it. Yeah. Amazing Spider-Man Annual #1. Wes, when I showed you this earlier, you said that that was a pricey book, and you are
Yeah.
not wrong.
Yeah,
So,
that one's gonna cost you.
yeah. So
For
this
sure.
is first team appearance of the Sinister Six, and that is Doc Ock, Craven, Vulture, Electro, Mysterio, and Sandman. Third appearances of Craven, Vulture, Electro, Mysterio, and Sandman. Character profiles of Doctor Doom, the Lizard, and others. Additional pages go into how Spider-Man's powers work, etc., etc. This is 72 big pages, guys, and it is definitely a product of the 60s. It looks absolutely smashing. Low grade copies of this book, ladies and gentlemen, are going to catch you around $410. That's low grade. Mid grades, you're looking at over $1,000, 1,600 for that. And high grade copies, upwards of over $6,000. This is a big boy book. This is definitely a book that, if you can afford it, it'd be great to have. But otherwise, just get the reprint and enjoy it. But but yeah, first appearance of the Sinister Six, third appearance of a lot of those guys on the cover there. First annual for Spider-Man. This is keys all the way around.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that takes care of Comic Book Scoreboard. We will have more trending, more spotlights for you in the next episode. But right now, we are going to go ahead and dive into the gallery. Wes, you got something cool that you want to show, right?
Yeah, so I picked a couple books out of my collection that I just wanted to show off that I'm very proud to own.
Okay.
The first one is something that I picked up in a collection, go figure, about a year and a half ago, and I had never seen anything like it. It's this, it's kind of hard to see. Okay,
What
I
is
don't know if you. It's Onslaught X-Men Evolution.
Oh,
It's this book
is
is
that the
coated
trade?
in 22 karat gold. Okay,
Is is
and
that the trade paperback or is that a single issue?
it's a single issue,
My lord.
and it is so there we go. You can kinda see it there. It was
Yeah.
limited to, like, 2,000 copies. I mean,
Wow.
and it says printed with a cover coated with 22 karat gold.
That
So I
is
thought that was really neat.
fantastic.
Yeah, so it's, numbered 1,488 out of 2,000.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and I've never seen this before. So it's one of those that I really wanna take it out and put it, like, in Mylar, but I don't wanna break that seal right there,
Yeah.
so, I might try to just slip it in, like, maybe a top loader or something,
There you
but
go.
yeah, really cool. Look
Wow.
if you wanna know more about it, look it up. It's kinda neat. It's hard to tell, I know, it's that embossed
That
cover, but
super embossed
yeah.
22 karat gold
22
cover.
karat gold, are you kidding me?
My
Okay, so
lord.
and then the next one is,
I
this was actually,
mean, you don't have to flex, Wes.
um
Holy
yeah, I
smokes.
think those sell for around $200, so
My god.
that was yeah, and this one was actually in the same collection,
Okay.
eh Amazing Heroes number 16. This is the first
Yeah.
appearance of the New Mutants,
Yeah.
right here. Yeah, so very cool book to own, cool key there. Um, it's a very
Wow.
obtainable book. I think really high grades, only like 30 or $40.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, you'd think it'd be a little bit more, but it's not. So yeah.
But it's a precursor to the graphic novel that came out that was like the first Marvel publication for New Mutants, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was the actual first time they were ever
Yeah.
published, from what I
Wow.
understand.
That's
So,
fantastic.
really cool there. So,
Yeah.
yeah, very neat.
Jeez. I love that. That's fantastic. That's wonderful. 22 karat
Thanks.
gold and a first appearance.
Yeah, why not?
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right. So I'm going to show you something smaller. I got some PSA graded
Oh,
cards.
you got those back?
Yes, I
That didn't
did.
take long at all.
So total turnaround time. And now I went through GameStop to
Yep.
get these done, and I signed up for their membership. If you do that, it's $20 per card under the $500 value limit. If it's over
And free
$500,
shipping too, right?
that's right.
Right.
And if it's over $500 after grading, we learned this yesterday that there's a premium charge of $75.
I do not like that.
I don't either. I
That's
think that
not
is
fair. That's
ridiculous.
not fair.
No, I'm gonna stomp my feet on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, total turnaround time I think was a month and a half.
That's
That's
not bad
about
at all.
normal. No, once it got to PSA, it moved really quick, and I had the grades and everything. I think the same day that GameStop sent me the email that said your cards are here, come pick them up.
Awesome. Very
Yeah, so I'm going to show you the lower grades first, and then I'll show you the higher grade. Nothing over 8, and I wasn't expecting that either. This was just trial run to see how it went,
cool.
and I sent cards in that I specifically knew were not going to grade high. But first things first, we have the 1994 Marvel Universe Hulk Power Blast card. This is card number 5, and that is a PSA 7.
That's awesome.
Yep. So
Such a cool card.
value-wise, yeah, I love it. I
Mm.
love it. Value-wise, it is significantly less than what I paid to get it graded. Value-wise, it's about $5, so it was better off staying raw. But I like
Right.
it in this neat little plastic. I think
It
that
is
looks
cool. It deserves to
fantastic.
be encapsulated.
Absolutely. As a trial run, 100%. Next is it displays really well too, right? It
Yeah, it
looks
sure
really
does.
awesome. Next is same set, 1994 Marvel Universe Spider-Man Power Blast. This is card number 6, PSA 7.
Ooh.
Yeah, believe it or not, that runs about $11.
What would that have been at a 10? Do you know?
At a 10, I think something like this, because it's a chase card, we're looking at over $100 for
Wow.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've got some other cards that I'm going to send off, and I'll show you those here in a second. That if they get PSA 10s, we're looking at 200 or more, or pretty close to it.
Nice.
But yeah, PSA 7 right there, $11 to $12 value. And then this one is the one that graded the highest. This is again from the same set. This is card number 2. This is the Punisher Power Blast card, and this graded at an 8 with a value of about $8.
Very cool. I like
Yeah, super nice. I
it.
love them. I love the way they look. I love
Yeah.
the way they feel. They hold great. The backs, look at that.
Oh,
The
the
backs
backs of
look
those cards are really cool.
fantastic, and the
Yeah.
fronts display really
Nice.
well. Let me show you this though. So I got all these sitting right over here, well within arm's reach. Complimentary Shadowhawk, anyone? There you go. That's a gold card. Just putting that out there. I mean, nobody can be as rich as me, but
Who is Shadowhawk?
we'll find out.
No one knows.
Not at all. He doesn't know. Infinity Gauntlet. This is from Marvel Universe Series 2. If this grades at a PSA 10, we're looking at $100 to $150.
That's crazy. That's awesome, but that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's nuts.
Marvel Series 1, Black Costume Spider-Man. PSA 10,
Yep.
over $200.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Wolverine, PSA 10, over $200.
Wow.
Yeah. Red Suit
And
Spider-Man.
those are commons. That's crazy. I mean, like they aren't your like specialty holograms or
No.
that's crazy.
But this is the first real
That's
trading
true.
card set for Marvel Universe.
That's true.
Yeah, and everybody remembers picking these up when we were
Mhm.
kids. And for the kids that are watching this now, talk to your mom or dad about how much change they dug out of the couch, or how many chores they were forced to do to go buy one pack of these
Yep.
things,
Mhm.
right? Oh, that's a second one right there.
Oh my God.
And then this Wolverine, we're looking at 150 to 200 right
Goodness
there.
gracious.
The Deadpool rookie card,
Oh yeah.
right? We're looking at a high dollar value on that as well. Oh, Wes, just for you. But yeah, I've got a stack of these suckers sitting over here. Wes isn't the only one that gets collections, ladies and gentlemen. I got my first big boy collection not too long ago, and it had some cards in there. So we're going to see what happens.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
That's gonna be real
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, super awesome. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to
And I'm
see.
gonna live vicariously through you with your PSA, um, submissions now that I found out that they're gonna be so dang expensive if
Yeah,
they come back over 500.
stupid expensive.
Yeah,
But
so
let's talk about something that's not going to be expensive, and that is Fantastic Four First Steps. At least for us, movie tickets are affordable, but the
yep.
trailer dropped.
Man,
Wes, go ahead.
I
Yeah.
mean, it what's their I mean, so, the first trailer that dropped, what, about a month ago was
Yeah.
was awesome and had all these cool little
Yeah.
snippets here. Well, they expanded on each snippet, it looked like,
Yep.
and you finally get to see Galactus in the end, with him walking through I mean, oh my gosh, you see,
Yeah.
Shalabal, or I
Yep.
still don't know how to say
Swiffer.
her name. Is it Shalabal or Ball? Shal
Shalabal. I have no
Ball.
idea.
Okay, well, whoever. The female version of,
Yep.
Silver Surfer, you get to see her kind of speaking to the team and,
Yeah.
you know,
Your world
fit
has been
this
chosen.
for death or whatever, and
Yeah.
you know, it's I know I'm kinda rambling, but Fantastic Four is my favorite superhero
Hmm.
group of all time, in case anybody didn't know, so I'm overly excited probably here, and there's almost nothing they can do to piss me off because I cannot wait for a good Fantastic Four movie finally, and I'm
Well, let me
hoping
ask.
it's gonna be it.
Let me ask you this, because this was the thing we didn't see in the last trailer, but we did get to see in this one. Mr. Fantastic's powers on screen.
Yeah, he does a little stretching action, doesn't he?
What were your thoughts on that?
It's pretty CGCE, but it's gotta be. There's no other way to
Yeah.
do it, but, I mean, it was such a fast clip. I mean,
Yeah.
there it's hard for me to really judge. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it looks fine.
Okay.
It's not something that's gonna, like, I'm not gonna sit there like some of these armchair directors and editors
Yeah.
and be like, it looks like total crap. That
It's a
looks
movie,
horrid.
guys, and
Yeah.
they
Go have
can't
fun.
they're it's it's gonna have a ton of CGC. Sit back and
CGI.
or, sorry, yeah, CGI. It's gonna have a ton of CGI. You might as well just get ready for it. I mean, it's gonna have a ton.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
set that judgment a little bit to the side. Yeah, sometimes CGI I got CGC on the brain. Sometimes CGI can be a little much, I'll admit, but you gotta have it so I think it's
Computer
gonna be fine.
generated
I'm
computer
also very
images.
biased because I am expecting the world here,
Yeah.
and I will be devastated if I don't receive it at the end of this movie, so
I think it's I think it's gonna be great. I think this is a big turnaround for Marvel. You got
yeah,
Thunderbolts coming in May. You've got Fantastic Four in July. And I think they're gonna have 2 home runs right
yeah.
in a row. I think both movies are gonna do great. Fantastic,
I'm really looking
actually.
forward to seeing how maybe eventually they tie that universe maybe
Yeah.
into the universe that we've grown to know in the
Yeah.
MCU,
Yeah.
which is one reason why I'm not upset about the whole female Silver Surfer. I think it's fine.
Right.
I mean, everybody kind of grew up with Norrin Rad, but Shala Ball's been in the comics forever, or
I
not
saw
forever,
this.
but for a long time,
Yeah. Yeah, I saw
and so it
post on
still follows. What's that?
I saw this post on Facebook where somebody said there's only one Silver Surfer, and I pushed my glasses up and said, actually,
Actually, I mean, yes, obviously, yes, I get it. I get it. I absolutely get it because to
yeah,
me, Silver Surfer is Norrin Rad,
yeah,
and
oh
and
yeah,
I'm sure it is to you too. And Silver
yes,
Surfer to you is not her,
no,
but I think there's a possibility they do some sort of tie-in eventually where we do see Norrin Rad.
yeah,
So I'm
oh
not
yeah,
losing my mind over this, and I think it'll be fine.
I do too.
I mean, everybody got fine with all the other things that have been different
Yeah,
eventually, maybe not
they
all
were
of them, but
they were screaming and banging at the doors until they went and saw the movie, and then they're like, yeah,
yeah,
okay, all right, it's
yeah. I
good.
mean, those same people who I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna get into it, but it's
Yeah,
fine. I think it'll be fine.
yeah,
Um, so
all right, yeah,
off my
yeah.
soapbox now.
This is another movie, ladies and gentlemen, that Wes and I are going to go see in the summertime, and we're going to talk about it right here too.
Yeah, we'll do a review of it, maybe.
Yeah. But right now, Wes,
Oh,
we need to
is it time?
it's time.
It's time.
What time is it?
Is it trivia time?
It's trivia time, ladies and gentlemen. All right. As always, 2 questions. We are going to go ahead and test each other's comic book knowledge. Wes always asks me to go easy on him, but I'm starting to think that I'm never ever going to, and it's going to be just one easy question to
If
butter
I
you.
get 50%, I won't be as embarrassed as I should. So,
All right, Wes, you're up with question number 1. Go for it.
okay, I went easy on you
No,
again, just because in the hopes that you'll be
no.
easy on me. I'm putting that aura out. So, all right. So, first
Go for it.
question. Where does Barry Allen work and what does he do for a living?
So, I want to say he works for Central City Police as a
Correct.
forensics scientist.
Now,
Oh,
forensic chemist,
close enough.
but scientist is that a chemist is a scientist. So you got it. That's
Wow,
correct.
that's great. All
Well
right.
done. Well done.
Oh,
See, I went easy.
okay. Well,
You did not return the favor. I can tell by the look on your
no.
face.
Okay, so
Go
so
ahead.
let's go with
You like to do it.
the first appearance.
Oh,
What is the
uh-oh.
first appearance of Professor Hulk?
What is the first appearance of Professor
Mhm.
Hulk?
This is my easy one.
Um, so you want the issue
Yeah.
number?
Title and issue number.
Professor
Yep.
Hulk.
Well, Mr. Smarty Pants.
Yeah. Hulk 346.
No. Uh,
Actually don't know. I
Incredible
don't
Hulk
know. It's not coming
377.
to me.
Yeah, it's got the
377.
green background, the different printings. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I had it in my mind. I knew the cover.
377.
I just couldn't remember
There
the
you
number.
go. Wow, fantastic.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
question number 2.
Well, if that was the easy one, then I'm toast because you'll get this next one. You're
Okay.
gonna beat me this week. All right. In the
Mhm.
comics, who created Ultron?
Hank Pym. Yep.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. See? Super
All
easy.
right. So,
Now, embarrass me.
okay, do you remember the Heroes Reborn thing that Marvel did? Kind
Kind
of.
of.
Okay. Do you remember
It's
that they brought back creators from Image to work on it, right? No. Okay.
nope.
Then you're definitely not going to get this. Who was
Okay.
the writer and
Question, Tim. No, I'm just
not
kidding.
at
Go
all.
ahead. Go ahead.
Who was the writer and artist for Fantastic Four Volume 2 Heroes Reborn? Take a
Heroes Reborn.
stab in the proverbial dark.
Well, I have heard of this person.
Are you asking me?
Yes. Well, I
Uh,
have heard of this person. Is this somebody that
yeah.
is well
Yeah.
known?
Oh, very well known.
Okay.
Everybody that knows the answer to this is screaming it at the television right
I
now.
know. Sorry, guys. And um,
You should know it,
exactly.
but you
No, I'm
shouldn't
joking.
know
I'm
it.
joking. Is it like the cover artist? Is that what you're wanting to know? Is that?
Writer and artist. It's the same
Oh,
person.
I have no idea.
Think
Alex
about that
Ross,
for a
and then
second.
he decided to, huh?
Think
I
about
have
it
no
for a
idea.
second. Okay. It's Jim Lee.
What?
Yeah, Jim Lee.
Did he
Fantastic Four
really?
Volume 2. Yes, sir. Yeah. For Heroes Reborn, when they brought
I
creators
haven't
from
read it.
Image back to Marvel, Liefeld did Captain America. Wiley Sportasio did Iron Man. Jim Lee
I
did
had
the
no idea.
Fantastic Four. Yep.
Had no idea. I've only been back in collecting, Tim, for 4 years. You got to give me a break. You got to give me a break here. I
That one was a
stopped in
little tough.
1998. I stopped in 98 and took a 25-year hiatus. Okay, so
Right before Heroes
I've only been
Reborn
back in it
too.
for like 4 years.
Right
What's that? Yeah,
before.
right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So,
All
oh
right,
well.
ladies and
So
gentlemen,
you
there we
got
go.
me.
2-0 this week.
You successfully embarrassed me in front of my friends, Tim.
Well, since I'm the only one here, it's okay. I'm not embarrassed. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have more awesome trivia for you in next week's episode. So definitely look forward to that. And that brings us right to our last segment, which I think is our favorite. This week in comic book history, the year
Yeah.
is 1984. 1984, ladies and gentlemen, the year in comic book history. We are in the month of April, so we're focusing on April of 1984. Wes, as always, has done his due diligence and found a whole bunch of books that we're going to show for you here in just a moment. The one thing that I noticed about the list that you brought up is every issue just about that we're going to show is either right before or right after a major
Yeah.
milestone in comic history.
Some kind of made. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll just go ahead
Yeah.
and start it right here with this. Take this as an example, Wes. We got Amazing Spider-Man 251. What comes after this?
252.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So that big ASM 252 that I no longer own. But yeah, that's so close. April
Right, exactly. First appearance.
1984. So close to being a major key.
Yeah,
But
first appearance of the
yeah,
black
go ahead.
suit on Spider-Man. Major
Mhm.
milestone for the title and the character as a whole. My lord. Moving right along, we have Batman number 370. I don't think anything major comes before or after this, but you have Jason Todd right there as Robin, and we all know what eventually happens to him. So this is
Doesn't he just
building his
he goes to
character.
live on a farm somewhere, right?
Yeah, absolutely. He hangs up the
Yeah, he
cape,
just
he
goes to go live on a
retires
farm.
peacefully. Yeah, yeah, and
Mhm.
and grows potatoes. That's all he does.
Yeah.
Then we've got Daredevil
Doing
number
fine.
205, Night of the Gale. Another classic storyline right here. Daredevil's popularity was not incredibly huge at this point in time. I mean, he was still a popular character, but we have not seen the Born Again storyline come through and some major things that are about to take place. So a lot of build up to that. But then we've got this one here. I love this cover. Look at that.
Yeah.
My lord, Shark Bait, guest starring the Flash. That's the first appearance of Tiger Shark, right? No? Okay. I don't know.
I believe so.
That
No,
is
no,
just
no, it's not.
somebody. I love DC cheap villains.
Yeah, that's just
They're
somebody.
they're fantastic. Then we've got some Uncanny X-Men number 180 right here. Uh Storm, and that looks like Shadowcat. 181, I believe, has Rogue on the cover. I could be wrong. But you've got an awesome Chris Claremont run going on here right now. Lots of good stuff building up to 200, right? Another major milestone, 201, when Storm and Cyclops fight over who becomes the leader of the X-Men, but that is
Leader.
another
Mhm.
21 issues away. And then we got this one right here, G.I. Joe number 22. Previous to that,
Yeah.
in the
Right up
last
your
month,
alley.
yeah, exactly. You've got the
Oh, yeah.
silent issue, G.I. Joe number
We
21.
had this one right here.
Yep,
If I could get
exactly.
it without killing it. That one right there.
Yep,
Yeah.
there it is. Yeah, 100%. So that's March. The cover on the screen is April. So April of 1984 is a lot of cool.
April, you suck.
It's a lot of cool down or preparation for something enormously huge. Yeah, so there you
Yeah.
go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is This Week in Comic Book History, 1984, April 1984. If you want a particular year shown, let us know in the comment section below. We will definitely take it into consideration and most likely use it too. There you go. All right, Wes, that's the end of tonight's episode. Dude, this was absolutely fantastic.
What happened?
We moved so fast. It was wonderful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here tonight. We absolutely love doing this for you, and we love the fact that you enjoy watching this too. Remember, hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow if you enjoy this type of content. It definitely helps small channels like us out, and spread the word. Word of mouth is the best way to do it. Let your friends know, show them the channel, get them to subscribe. We would love to have them here. Right here on YouTube. It's the only place to find us. Once again, my name is Tim. This beautiful man over here is Wes. This is Comic Evolution, and we will see you next time.